Everybody, happy Taco Tuesday. This is take number 2 because the first time I recorded this 10-minute video, I forgot to unmute.
What's your name?
So anyway, we're going to go ahead and try our best to reiterate the things that were on my mind because that's just how I do here. Today is a bit of a light offering. I have been trying my best to get the gears turning this week, but one thing after another. I unfortunately took a Benadryl nap during my productive work hours yesterday and woke up around the time that I'm intended to stream, and I have not been able to get to the content that I'm looking to create. I in my head, I set a threshold, a level, a bar that I'm trying to reach. I have ideas for ways I want to play with this software, and I just can't seem to find the amount of time in my days to do it. It's exhausting. It doesn't pay my bills, and I don't want to be unfair to myself. This is not the first time I've brought this up. I just want to be straightforward. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I don't want to not address this. There's a level of me showing up to the camera, to the conversation, that at the very least is the baseline of how I want to begin to deliver this ongoing experimental content. I'm here to find myself, my voice, my comfort, my confidence, and with no guidance, no mentor in my circle, I still want to show up. So here's me showing up and talking about things that I didn't do today, I guess. But more particularly, I didn't realize today was Gamescom, and there's a ton of offerings over the weekend of games and things coming out. And I love these things. I need to address them, but I don't have the time today to do it. So now I have more things to work on, more ideas on how I want to deliver my opinions, and just literally no time find doing it. So it is what it is. I don't want to half-ass anything, so I'm just not gonna make something that isn't finished. I could sit here and ramble on in a 5-minute stint about game A, game B, game C, showcase A, showcase B, showcase C. And the reality is, like, I could probably create something that's trending, but I don't want to just do the thing that somebody else is doing. I genuinely believe that I put aside time to have a unique perspective on certain things. I like going against the grain, and that's kind of the content that I'm here to deliver. That being said, I will definitely try to execute a full-fledged review compilation or something, a highlight of the games I've been playing for Thursday. I still want to aim to get like one nicely packaged product a week. It's just finding the time to do it has been very difficult, let alone the mental energy, because that's a real thing too. Like, some days I just wake up exhausted. Over the weekends, I'm still working double shifts. I have 2 to 3 double shifts a week right now because it's the summertime, and it's going to be like that for at least another 3 or 4 weeks before the winter time starts to slow down, and I'm gearing up to start being that much more consistent for the winter time. I tell myself I'm trying to be consistent. I want to get something out once a week, and I don't know if I'm still going to be able to uphold that level of consistency, because the more I look at this stuff and the more every time I release a video, I look at it like, wow, I actually want to do something different. I could have done this, or I get good feedback and it's like, hey, I should do this for the next one. But then there's a level of, I don't know how to do that. So I have to spend time practicing that and learning about it. And most of my weekend was like me absorbing information about filming and editing. And because I'm just trying to develop these skills over a long period of time, not a short period of time. I don't have an editing room. I don't have a script writer. I don't have any of this stuff. And I certainly can't afford any of it anytime soon. Maybe one day I'll be able to hit the going live button and I'll just be able to do my thing and be my personality and send everything off in VODs to an editing room, and then my channel can blow up and everybody gets paid. Maybe not. I genuinely am just experiencing and being in a moment and trying to make real connections. And that's another thing that takes me away from that solo time of learning and trying and practicing and failing. I'm still building relationships on a regular basis. People come and go, and when people pander for my time, I don't want to miss these opportunities to develop these long-term connections, because that's what this community represents. That's what I represent for this community. But I am also a reflection of what it's like to struggle, and I own that, and I wake up to that. So for content creators of my communities and anybody out there who might receive this message, trust me when I say this doesn't seem to get much easier. It's about maybe getting more competent, but damn is it hard. And the more I research and the more I absorb and the more I learn, the more time I seem to need to do all this stuff. And I don't want it to defeat me, but it is certainly disheartening at times. And it makes it really hard to show up to something like this. It makes it really hard to press that going live button, to press that record button. A lot of what I do is I wouldn't say unscripted, but it's definitely off the cuff. It drains the social battery. And then I also work in the bar, which drains my social battery. And sometimes I really just have to rest. And I think that's another real thing that is hard to accept, because I'm going to always be in a situation where I'm late to the game. I'm missing out on conversation that could go viral. And that's disheartening, right? It makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. It makes me feel like I'm failing, maybe on the week or the day. And then I realize, like, I can't possibly be the only one, right? Like, I'm not the only one who's just not consuming and absorbing every second of media or information that's coming out, especially in the entertainment world, right? Like, games are just endlessly pumping out things. There's communities constantly operating that I'm not even a part of, but there's conversations there. And any new person to these conversations, well, needs someone like me to maybe start these conversations. Or so, like, I do know that, like, I am trying to aim for content that's going to be available for long term people. So it's just, it is what it is. I don't want to not have a conversation about it. And that's what this was. This was just me touching base and trying to uphold some level of standard for myself and let you guys know that I'm still working. So that's that. I will be playing games today live. Tuesday is still a day I go live on Twitch for the time being. Who knows what the future may hold. We have been playing a ton of other games. I have been just archiving recorded footage. I've been playing Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I've been playing Baldur's Gate. I have been playing other games that I don't want to talk about right now, and I'm just trying to do a lot of recording right now, and that's another thing that's holding me up. I'm filling up my plate, and I definitely need to spend a lot of time parsing through this information and looking at the stuff that I like. And realistically, there's also a lot of me recording stuff and going, I hate it. I didn't want this, or me forgetting to unmute certain audio tracks, or I don't know. There's always something that's me going, oh, I fucked this up. I fucked that up. And I have to try again. I have to go back. I hit record too late, or I scuffed this objective that I was trying to do specifically for a recording in mind. And that's part of this growing pain. And this week has been a lot of that, like, damn, that's not what I wanted to do, or okay, that's cool, but then I also need this, and this. And so I'm spending a lot of time trying to work on bigger ideas. And again, it's kind of overwhelming, and it's a little disheartening because I wish I can do it faster, and I'm not there yet. So, but I also won't half-ass it. I'm past the stage of, ooh, I got a thing, let's make as much of it as I can. No. Now it's like I want to get a lot of little things and put them together and make big things with. Yeah, taking me a long time. And until my work schedule opens up a little bit, where I have like another day to dedicate to just editing or just working on footage, it's still going to be a little hard to pipeline some content that I'm looking forward to. But we're getting there, and I just hope you guys are on for the ride. Okay, that's it. Until next time, folks. Moving on.